Hey everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the Cang-Toys CY-MINI04 Kingmini, their version of Razor Claw. We can see him there in front of the box. We'll go ahead and put him off to the side real quick. Yep, we're going to take a look at said box, and yeah, you can see it's once again the very shiny, kind of the very shiny thing going on with the box there. You got this, CY-MINI04, all that stuff. I'm going to raise this up just a smidge. Yeah. There we go. That's a bit better. Yeah. CY-MINI, you can see kind of barely see that right there in the shining. But yeah, you got the pictures of him, in both modes right there, or his robot mode and alt mode right there. You got what does that say? GE Culture. I don't know what that is about. Ages 15 plus, but not for children. You got the Cang-Toys logo up there on the top, I guess, of the box. You have the well, this is the top, and you got the copyrights and warnings and QR codes if you need all that stuff and barcodes and all that. Right there on this side you have, Kingmini. On this side it says Kingmini. On the bottom it says Kingmini. On the back it's pretty much mostly the same picture as the front. Also, this sticker. Same picture, but now the alt mode's the focus. Also, you see the sticker if you're holding the box closed because the flap and all that stuff open up. And then, hey, you got the code up there on the flap, and of course the foam that comes in. Shame this box is being recycled. Also included, of course, are the instructions, which aren't the greatest, especially for the combined mode. The combined mode instructions are terrible, and a lot of people got confused and lost very easily, even though it's actually not that hard once you know what you're doing. And of course, this thing, which again, it's some sort of raffle or something, but doesn't apply if you don't live in China. So there you go. Anyway, Kingmini. Their version of Razor Claw. You can see him there, and he is once again, this is like the guy who's like super like Zoids-esque right here. And you can see, getting in closer real quick, you can see some nice detail there. You got his head just kind of just lost in all this stuff, but yeah, you can see a nice little head with a, the mouth plate and a like single like eye thing. You got the lion head and everything. It looks very, again, got a bit of translucent plastic. There's some translucent plastic on the head too. I think they're supposed to be light piping, and it's not working very well. At least from my understanding, kind of works. Kind of. You got that stuff, yeah, you got a whole bunch of detail going on, the lion head and everything. You got some translucent plastic there. You got some little tiny tampos like usual. You got, but yeah, majority just gold and some bits of red and orange throughout, and the gray. And some silver, more tampos, all that stuff, all the way through down to his feet. And he says 04 Kingmini down there and all that stuff. You got his cannons just chilling out on his back. Yeah, he's got quite a backpack, but it's fine as far as I'm concerned. Particularly, again, those are cannons, so I'm kind of cool with cannons being on the back for a backpack. There's not really a problem there. Yeah, well, he's got some side skirts and whatnot, which are kind of kind of gold leaf looking things, and there you go. And also some cool little vents on the shoulders as well, although mine have a bit of stuff in them. Okay, cleaned out a little bit. That's the problem with these guys. Once there's so many little crevices and cracks and stuff that it's like easy for anything to just kind of get in there. But yeah. He's overall looks really good. He does have a couple accessories. He's got his, a couple weapons, gold and red. Little, I guess it's an axe or something. And he's got a gun. There's, both just peg into his hands, no problem. Just, just little pegs, just slide right in and slide right in. So holds them very nicely. Although this one's kind of weird because it looks like he's holding that, kind of holding the weapon weird. But there's. The way it all works and everything, I'm not really too surprised. He also does these little things, which I'll show a little bit. I'll show more off later, but they're mostly in his robot and lion modes. It's just these are pretty much just little shoulder guns, but they do serve a purpose for the combined mode hands, and I'll show that off a little bit later when we get to the the next robot. Yeah, these just can tab in. There's little slots right here on the shoulders. These can just tab in on here. It's a little tab. See, it's a little tab and it's a full size slot. So basically, because it's the same exact piece and they're offset. So just be aware of that. Just try to line it up and everything. But yeah, they just kind of just chill out on the shoulders, bulk them out even further if you want. And there you go. That's the accessories. Not a whole lot to them as of right now. These you can see there's bits here for a combined mode. I'll get into the combined mode stuff. I've already kind of dealt with some of this stuff already, but yeah, I'll get into combined mode stuff in the actual combined mode video, but that'll be in a couple days from now, at least if everything goes right. But yeah. Articulation though, head, it's on a ball joint, so you got left and right, you got up and down, you do have left waggle and all that stuff. Again, it's kind of hard, it's kind of stiffer than like a lot of Cang-Toys. I've noticed again, I've said it before, but a lot of the joints are a little stiffer than, really necessary. So there's that. Shoulders do have rotation. I'm going to get that out of the way. They have rotation, but yeah, again, you have to be careful maneuvering around stuff. And there would be theoretically full 360. There's also this other joint under the shoulder right here. That's for transformation, kind of. But yeah, it's kind of, will sometimes move with it because unfortunately the shoulder joint is stiffer than that joint, at least on mine. I might have to like tighten down that screw a little bit, just hopefully, because as it stands, yeah, the problem is the shoulder joint's tighter than the inner joint, so sometimes the inner joint will move when it's not supposed to. But theoretically, you'd have full 360, except the cannons are in the way. Outward though, he's got that much. You can see, good out there. He's got a bicep swivel. His shoulders, he's got. I'll get this out of the way. His elbows, he's got a little over 90 degrees, not a whole lot. There's this weird ring right there. His fists do swivel, although again very tight. They are very tight on mine, so that's a little unfortunate. Again, probably gonna have to just put a dab of silicone oil there. He does have a waist swivel. Again, though, kind of things just kind of do jam into each other a little bit. If you do get this out of the way, you do have a little bit extra room, but not a whole lot really. You get about that much range before things start banging into each other. Hip skirts, though, they get out of the way right there in the front and the side. So for very squeaky hips, you get the knee pad out of the way. You can get about that far forward. You can see that, hopefully. Backwards again, though, unfortunately, kind of but if you get this out of the way, you can get that far back. Outward, you do have that far before it bangs into things. You do have a thigh swivel. The knees go about that far. I guess that's almost 90 degrees, just shy of it. And down here at the feet, they are in ball joints, so you do have, tilts and rotation and forward and back. And you do have a toe joint, which goes up and down. This is also going to get out of the way. And this also, because of the transformation joint, you do have a little bit more forward and back as well, although it does kind of break the sculpt in the process. So you do have quite a bit in the feet. It's just kind of, I feel like his articulation was kind of, how should I put it? Hampered by just the fact he needs to combine and just the general aesthetic. Those two things combined came together to just kind of really hamper his articulation. Oh yeah, and of course the cannons, I've kind of just been ignoring them. But yeah, they are back here. You can somewhat get them displayed forward. You just kind of have to maneuver a bit. It's just a little difficult. But yeah, if you can't get them pointed forward, you just gotta have to maneuver them a little bit to do so. But you can. And it's also best if you use these hinges like this. But yeah, you can get them like that or whatever. So they do have a bunch of hinges. I have heard things about the cannons. Namely, I've heard that some people have broken theirs trying to move them and whatnot. On mine, at least mine, all these joints are solid, but not like overly tight like usually are. The other thing is when removing them, you see there's a little T-tab thing on each side. You can slide them out. Just on mine, one's really loose and one's not loose, but one comes out fairly easily. The other one is a lot, but they do slide out. And I just recommend being really careful when you slide them out. Just, when you do slide out, just be careful with it. But they do slide out. So if you don't want them on his back, that's one comes out just fine. But yeah, if you don't want them on his back for whatever reason, including just clean up the silhouette, get him out of the way, whatever, they do get out of the way, and he still looks good without them. So just an FYI. And they are, make sure when you do put them back on that you put them on the correct side. They are slightly different, so just make sure of that, because if you put them on the wrong, I don't think you can put them on the wrong side. Yeah, these are the rails are off center. So yeah, make sure the gun is sticking back a little bit. So yeah, when you put it on, you see the cannon sticks back a little bit. It won't be forward. This is necessary, because otherwise it's not going to work. If it's there forward, it's not going to work. A lot of stuff that's necessary for movement is not going to work, and you're not going to be having a good time, to say the least. So there you go. That's King Mini's general robot mode. It looks good. Posability is a little limited just due to sculpt and compromise for, again, the combined mode. And yeah, he just looks good, and there you go. Overall, he's also a bulky dude, but thankfully it didn't really translate to a much higher price, which was weird, but I suspect it might be because, again, they kind of limited things. But just going to go ahead and actually just bring in the team so far. Here's CY-MINI. Actually, I'm going to put it on this side because combined mode stuff. Yeah. Here's CY-MINI. Here's Land-Mini. CY-MINI, that's what it was. I couldn't remember. I was like, I knew it was something to do with Rhino. There's a CY-MINI, and here's Thor-Mini. So yeah, there's the team so far. Looking good. There's one more member after this one, even though, yeah, so it was only supposed to be 5, but yeah, there they are so far. You can see they look real good together and all that stuff, so there you go. That's the robot mode. And so we'll go ahead and get to transformation to, first we're going to go to lion mode. So first of all, get the weapons out of his hands, put them off to the side. These, as far as I can tell, don't really have storage in the lion mode, so we'll just kind of give them there. These you can kind of leave on, but just for the sake of, your sanity, leave them, just get them off now. Just get them out of your way, because they'll probably come off anyway, because they're not super secure in there. But anyway, so get him to start transforming into lion mode. First, you want to straighten these out, open these panels up, and then rotate the fist down like this, so the palm faces down like that, and then you untab the lion paw from the back like so, and then you rotate the fist up into this, and this tab right here will go into this slot right up here like that. You can go ahead and bring the lion paw the rest of the way down and straighten out the ball joint and everything like that, and you can go ahead and move it forward a bit. Well, actually, I'll just leave it there for now. Same thing on this side. Open this up. Open that up, rotate the fist palm down, untab the lion paw. There we go. And then bring the fist up, rotate it up, and then tab it into here. Like that. Then bring this the rest of the way down and bring the paw down and just straighten that out like so. Now here you want to take the lion head and just kind of untab it from the front and bring it, just get it out of the way. Like, I don't want to bring that down. Bring it down, just get it out of the way a bit. And up here, these panels on the sides of his head, you want to bring these up. And this is kind of a pain because, yeah, it's just, you got this little thin piece of plastic you got to get your finger on it. I've been jabbed many times by it. But yeah, get these panels up and just kind of more or less parallel with his head. You want them pointing up. Want them pointing straight up. It's very important that they are pointing straight up and not like at a weird angle or anything. Then you take his head and just kind of use the ball joint to just kind of bring it back. Like so. Just bring it back like that, and yeah. Then go ahead and untab this as well. Untab this and bring this back from his back. And you got that going. So let's see, to get the guns out of the way. What you want to do here is when you're bringing this back, you want to untab this as well. Untab that, like that. And then these, you just go ahead and bring them up like this just to get them out of the way. Just bring them up like so. And then right down here, you want to go ahead and rotate this around and bring this up. And we'll just kind of get that out of the way for now. So for here, down to the legs, what you want to do is rotate here at the thighs like so and like so. And then these tabs on the back of the kneecaps will go into the slots on the thighs like so. Let's get those tabbed in and tabbed in like that. Then down here at the legs, you want these right here, the gold piece is tabbed into the gray piece like this. You want to bring that down like that right there and rotate right there at that swivel like that. Same thing on this side. Bring this down, rotate at this swivel right there like so. Gotta make sure the waist piece is straightened out, and then bring these together. These will tab together like so. Make sure it's all straightened out. And then this right here, this will come down and tab into, there's these slots right here on the knee pads. This will tab in to those right here, these tabs right here, will once you got this brought up. Which actually, first before we do that, I forgot. This, you got to bring the cannons back a bit, and also, yeah, so angle them out like that so you have room to maneuver this back down. This will tab back in, and these will come back, and this will tab in right here. These tabs right here, see these tabs right here, will tab into those slots right there, like that. You can also take the tail here and untab it and fold it out like that, and all that stuff. Go ahead and bring. Now here's the weird thing. These right here. This you want to actually. This joint is this is when you want to bring this joint up right there. Right here, you want to bring that, rotate that joint up right there, and it kind of stiffens up a little bit when you get that up higher enough. But yeah, you can see you want to keep it up like that and not move it back down when you move the shoulder joint. And it's mostly, we're almost done here. So right here, what this right here is, you can see these little circle pieces right here. They go into the circular notches on the panels there, and hopefully it'll line up. Yeah, they'll line it up, and then you bring the lion head down, and you also want to flare out the, I guess the main. You go ahead, the lion head's at a ball joint. Just go ahead and just kind of position that how you want, how you like. Make sure that's clipped in all the way. There we go. Yeah. Just know how you like. So, and then the guns here, you want to go ahead and rotate at this part right here, flatten it out so you have a little, I guess, a bridge now. And you can go ahead and rotate these forward like so. And do your little bits of a fine adjustment to like the legs and stuff to get them all lined up as you need, like the feet here. Do all that little fine adjustment, and you've pretty much got him in his lion mode. If we can just get this last bit. There you go. He's pretty much in his lion mode. Make sure that's all the way back there, too. Ta-da! Oh, yeah, and you can also take these pieces and tab them back into the shoulders, if you want. I tell you to do that, so I'm just going ahead and do that. There you go. Lion mode. Then you got the line mode you got. This is very, very Zoids. Like, come on. They're like, this is so blatantly Zoids it hurts. Yeah, but yeah, you can mostly pretty much the same detail. I mean, it doesn't change that much overall when you think about it. Like this difference between, you know, he just kind of falls on all fours, really. As it stands, you know, he's, you know, but, you know, still looks pretty good. You get the line mane kind of, you know, splayed out now. It looks pretty good. Oh, so if you got still got the big old cannons now. You got these, I guess, can act as cannons. His rear legs are kind of tabbed together, but yeah, generally he looks, well, really good here, as a whole, you know, against, yeah, so, as far as I can tell, there's no real weapon storage. You might be able to, like, yeah, do that, but, like, yeah, it doesn't really fit either, but yeah, there's, like, nowhere really to put said weapons, as far as I can tell. I can't see any real slots or anything for them, or tabs, or peg holes, or any of it, so it's just how it is, I guess. But yeah, as far as articulation goes, his head, there's a ball joint here. You have to kind of maneuver around stuff, particularly because of tabs and everything. But yeah, you can maneuver that ball joint so up and down, and a little tiny bit of left and right is kind of there, but not super. You can kind of get some if you maneuver it right, and of course twisting and all that stuff. His mouth can open, the lion mouth can open, revealing some nice silver teeth. You got this, I guess, can wiggle. The main bits are also, you know, you can move them forward and back, you can rotate them, all that stuff. Again, these are pretty much the same as the arms. So you got forward and back there. You got, you know, outward, although be careful with these. You got the rotation, you got the elbow bend, the bend there. You have down here, you do have a little bit more, because, you know, these can go forward and back right there. There's another hinge right here. There's another hinge right there, and this the this is on a ball joint, so you got, you know, tilt and forward and back and rotation and all that stuff. Back here at the, that just came off too. Yeah. Back here at the rear legs, you have this can swivel. This is the same foot as before, so it's a ball joint and the hinge and all that stuff. So you got the tilt and rotation and toe joints, but these are tabbed together. So you can't untab them, and then you have, you know, pretty much the leg the leg stuff for the most part. This right here can't swivel because that's tabbed. Well, it can swivel. I just remember, yeah. This can swivel too. You can get outward this far, so you can get all that stuff, but you have to untab this, which it doesn't look bad. And this is actually funny enough. There's a picture in the manual that shows it, you know, untabs. So they actually are spread away from each other, but you have to, you know, untab it and basically untransform a bit for any significant rear leg articulation. But also tail, you got hinges right here. Hinge, you have a hinge right here. You have 2 hinges right there. You have a double hinge right here. You have a double hinge right here. They go on the other side though, so that's your tail articulation. Of course, once again, the cannons can. You have rotation right there. You have rotation here. You have rotation here, and they have another rotation on this bit as well. So you can adjust how the cannons look a little bit. You can have them like up like this if you want. You can have them back down. However, you know. You can have them just adjust how they sit a little bit. So, you know, there you go. And again, once again, yeah, you can just slide them off if you want. You know, the sliders are right there. You can once again just slide them off. Although you have just kind of this bit just kind of chilling out over top of the line. So, you know, just be aware that that's the trade-off you're getting is this bit right. There's all this the framework will be above the lion. But yeah, overall, pretty solid alt mode. Not amazing, but solid. Anyway, again, the rest of the team. Here's CY-MINI. Kind of, again, massive wingspan. Also sitting funny. Yep, big old wingspan there. We're just going to try to get them all in shot. Land Mini, Rye-Mini, and Thor-Mini. Sitting funny. There we go. Come on. Yeah. There you go. Yep, that's the team so far. There's one more left. That's Pharaoh-Mini. And then we'll have the complete set. So, overall, that's the alt mode. So here's the combined mode. Okay, so first of all, take these things off. You're not going to need those at all for the rest of the combined mode, or at least not for him specifically. So from here, what you want to do is rotate these cannons and just kind of actually rotate them right here like this, and then bring those down like that. Yeah, rotate them up right here and bring those down because you need this cleared out of the way. So you're going to untab this piece right here, so you can, and also bring the head out of the way too. Bring the head completely out of the way. Just do that now. It's just easier. Just get it undone right now. Then untab this piece right here and just raise it up on its little extension right here. Just get it up like this and out of the way for now. Because yeah, that's the thing you have to do. Okay, down here at the front paws, you're going to have to go ahead and bring these back and rotate these. And there's, again, the slot in there and the tab there. You're going to just go ahead and bring that back and tab that in for now. And bring this back and tab this in like so. Now here, what you want to do is get here and, well, right here, this piece untabs from the front right here. And there you look, there's a combined mode head. That untabs, and then you're going to rotate the combined mode head out and rotate the robot mode head in. And also on top of that, you're going to bring these forward on this like so. And also bring the cannons forward like that. I almost forgot. Before you do that part, you're going to want to bring the cannons forward, which means you're also going to, okay, once you've cleared, yeah, bring these out like that. Once you've cleared this piece, you can go ahead and bring them inward like that. So you bring those in like that, and then go ahead and bring these forward like so. And then you're going to get that out of the get these out of the way. Just bring them out like that. Let's get those out of the way like so. Just going to bring it out of the way. Then you bring these back down. Over these panels will tab over this to lock those in place, like so. Then you can go ahead and start bringing the combined mode head out. Again, while we get these out of the way, just so you have room. Bring the combined mode head out and rotate the robot mode head inward. It's going to have to clear this little bar too. You're going to want this so this panel is kind of right. It's sitting on is kind of sitting like this under the combined mode head. While you're all up here, you're going to go ahead and get the antenna out, because if you do it later, it's a little bit more difficult. Bring those out like that, and then rotate the head around 180 like that. So now this, to go ahead and bring this up, that will tab in and bring this back down. And I'm not going to bring the line head in quite yet. There's still a bit we want to do first. Yeah, get these, go ahead and get the arms a bit out of the way and get these out of the way again. Yeah, go ahead and bring those up like that now. That's where they'll stay from here on out. Now get that up on the way, and now untab the legs from each other. And we're going to rotate these back around right here at the gold bits, and then re-tab this in there. There's that tab right here. There was a little slot right up in there. See that? There's a little slot right up in there. You go ahead and bring that down and tab that in. Like so. And same thing here, rotate this around, bring that up, and tab that in like so. Now here, what you want to do is then also rotate. Actually, you want to untab these as well. You want to untab the knee pads a bit, because you're going to be doing some stuff. Now take the side skirts and bring these up. Again, get the arms out of the way as much as you can. Now you're going to bring, right here, you want to go ahead and bring these out to the side, and then rotate at the hip joint like that, and then rotate here at the thigh joint like that. And then go ahead and bring this up, rotate at the hip joint, and then rotate at the thigh joint like this. Right? Now, right here, what you want to do is go ahead and bring these panels right here. You want to bring these panels out like that. And then bring this down. And this right here, this little T-tab thing right there, which will go into the slot right there to lock the hip, the waist rotation like that. They'll lock that in place. And you go ahead and right here, before you bring the lion head down, this right here, you want to take this and rotate this, bring it to the side like that, and then bring this around. This will tab in right there, and bring this forward like this. And this right here, if this will feed into this slot right here, while you bring this up like so. Then you go ahead and take these panels and just kind of collapse them against like that. So that will sit like that. Then right here, you want to take these panels, these little gold panels, you want to bring these or rotate these around like this. Just 180, just bring them out like that. Then right here with the legs, you want to bend the legs at the knees. You want to bend those up at the knees, and also bend this thing right here. There's this hinge. You want to bring that down like so. Bring that as far down as you can. So bring that down at that hinge, then start bringing it up at the knee, and then you just want to go ahead and start bringing it back and make sure the knee spikes need to clear this gold bit. So make sure to bend it up enough so that it clears. You also then want to tab them together, tab the legs together, like so. And then right here, see these tabs? There's little tabs right there. We'll go in little slots right there. And you have to then also take the guns here and you can go ahead and bring the arms down a bit. Get the guns out of the way. A little bit, and then bring that up and tab those in. Make sure they're tabbed in on both sides. Like that. It'll be tabbed in like that, and we got most of the core done. Now, right here at the arms, you want to go ahead and the biceps will rotate 180, and then there's a peg right here, which will go in this little hole right there. Oh yeah, I was to take these, and before you do that, you collapse these down. They often collapse down for me, so I forget about that. But yeah, collapse those back down. Then take this and peg that in like so, right there, right? And right there. Now make sure, see, that's that's kind of, get that out of the way again. And see this is crooked. You want to make sure it stays pegged in, and then just bend this back until like it's lined up again. See, it's lined up again. So like that. And same thing here. Rotate this around at the bicep, bring it around, and bend the elbow and peg that into that hole right there. Then go ahead and take this bit and straighten that out right here while making sure that stays pegged in. You can see like that. Then this part right here, you want to then bring this out. You want to then rotate it up right here and bring it down on this joint. And right here, make sure it's down on that joint. And bring it down on this joint. That shouldn't be just sticking out. Bring it down this joint. Right here, this little slot right here that goes over this tab right here. Just rotate it over that tab like that. And that'll go in. Rotate this over that tab like this. That will go in, or should go in. There we go, like that. Right here, then you can go ahead and bring the lion head down. So click into place. You'll feel it kind of click into place. Should. There. No, that's back there. And also make sure that take the mane and push it back a bit like that. Then right here, take these, bring them out on this little hinge. Then rotate this forward, bring it back. This right here, this comes out right there, like so. Bring it out and kind of bring it down at this angle like this. And then this right here, there's a peg hole right here which will go over this peg right there. As you basically bring this down and maneuver it over that peg. So you can see that. But yeah, you can bring it over that peg like that. And this will then sit over the chest like this. You can see it like that. Same thing on this side. Bring this out, rotate it around, bring it in. Back in, bring this little rod out, bring it out, and bring it kind of down at an angle like that, and then rotate this forward and down at the same time, and this will go over that peg, like so. Of course, finally take the guns here, cannons, and just bring those up like so. Those will go up like so, and make your final tune adjustments, and there you go. That's Kingmini in his combined mode, which, like you saw, it's actually, again, not as complicated as I was led to believe. It's just the instructions suck. And the instructions, like, for example, when you first start off, it just assumes you have the cannons already out of the way of the back plate. So it just tells you pull the back plate off. It's like, well, if you have it in lion mode, these pieces right here will be in the way of that. Stuff like that just kind of glosses over stuff. It kind of doesn't make things clear. It's not a great instructions, and on the top of that, the little thing which just says rotate. Okay, how am I supposed to? Yeah, that sort of thing. It's just they're not very good instructions. But as it stands, and yeah, once you figure it out, it's actually not that difficult overall. So yeah, that's the combined mode. Looks good. It's a nice solid block. Again, I'll show up what these do in combined mode in a little bit. Well, not this video, and then next video. And yeah, it's just good. It's just good combined mode. So yeah, it's just good. It's not as difficult. Again, it's not that difficult to get into. I think one of the big things is just figuring out how to keep the cannons out of the way. That's another thing a lot of people have struggled with, is keeping the cannons out of the way of everything else. Is a bit of a struggle, but it's not too bad to get into, and it looks good once you're at the end of it and all. There you go. It's not a bad looking thing. So I'm just kind of repeating myself at this point, but yeah, it's just generally a good looking combined mode, and there you go. As a whole, though, yeah, Kingmini here is pretty good. He's a nice, solid, he's good size, too. He's a nice, solid figure. He looks good in all those modes. Transformation is, again, as you saw, is kind of fun, but it's not too difficult for the most part. Just the instructions are terrible. But the only thing is his articulation's a bit compromised just for the sake of his sheer bulk, his aesthetic, and the fact that he has to be the central core, one of the core bots on a combiner, core bot in the combiner. So, yeah, he kind of suffers a little bit, and on mine also has several kind of too tight joints, and some people have reported the cannons have a tendency to like break. I haven't had a single like stress mark or anything, or I feel like I had to worry about it at all yet, but just be cautious with him. So there you go. He's about what, $40 something if you buy from a China-based retailer, and nearly $60 if you buy from, yeah, it's like $56 something from a domestic retailer. So there you go. I think he fills out his price point really well, but just know he does sacrifice a little bit for the sake of the combined mode. So if you're buying him with a standalone, that's a thing. But if you're buying a combined mode for the full team, he's fantastic. So there you go. He's good. I think he's worth picking up. Even at the domestic price, I think he's worth picking up. So that's it for this one. I hope you found it informative and entertaining. Hope you like, comment, subscribe. Check out my social medias in the description and at the end of the video. Check out my Coffee and my Patreon. And I shall see you next time with another video review.